Hello and welcome back to this yoga journey. Today we're going to be focusing on alignment and growth, both of which come from a strong foundation. So with that in mind, if this is your first time joining, I recommend that the short edge of the mat faces the camera. The long edge of my mat is facing the camera now so that you can see me, but I think it'd be easier as an audience member to have the short edge of the mat facing the camera. Find a nice, easy seated position. It could be in a chair, it could be on a cushion, cross-legged, or even kneeling, whatever's most comfortable for you to feel grounded, and try to find the correct alignment. Shift from side to side, forward and back, until your whole vertebrae is stacked on top of each other, and you can find a nice, comfortable, upright, seated position. We're going to start today's practice with a breath work known as Rechaka. And with Rechaka, we'll take a easy, relaxed inhale, slow, focused exhale. Easy inhale, slow, focused exhale. In our seated position, we'll breathe like this for a few moments. Easy inhale, slow, focused exhale. You can have your eyes closed or find a soft gaze. Coming into the moment, coming into the breath, coming into the yoga practice. Easy, relaxed inhales, slow, focused exhales. Relax the shoulders down. Imagine that the crown of the head floats towards the ceiling. Relaxed, easy inhales, slow, focused exhales. Imagine that the crown of the spine grows tall and that the vertebrae are aligned. Throughout the rest of this practice today, I urge you to stay focused on breath, as always, linking breath with movement, but also paying a special attention to alignment. And I'll mention some alignment cues with the spine, with the various body parts. And from there, we'll build a strong practice. So to start, we will stretch the neck, bringing the left arm down, right ear to right elbow, moving chin forward and back, finding a gentle stretch on the left side of the neck. And then from here, we're going to bring in a new stretch where we stretch the front of the neck. Now, we don't want to pinch the spine backwards, so the chin's not going to grow, the head's not going to fall backwards. So to help with that, we're going to use both hands and put them on the left pec and kind of pull it down. It's kind of like you're doing the Pledge of Allegiance. You're pulling that down and then move back. And that can really help to stretch the front of the neck. And then you can move the chin around there, right and left. This can be a tricky stretch to find, so maybe play with a few hand positions to find that stretch in the front of the neck. Bringing both hands down on an exhale. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, left ear towards left shoulder. Bringing right fingertips out just a little bit. Finding a stretch in the right side of the neck. Again, rocking head forward and back. When you're ready on this side, again, using both hands to pull down on that right pec and gently look up towards the ceiling, finding a stretch on the right side of the front of the neck. Again, you don't want the back of the neck to collapse down, so pulling down to find the stretch. And on an exhale, bring both hands down. We'll take a seated twist. All twists should come from the core. So we'll begin with an inhale, grow hands up towards the ceiling. And on an exhale, twist over towards your left. You can use your left hand behind your back to help prop the spine up so you can keep your vertebrae in alignment. And twist over towards the left side. You can rest your right hand on your left knee, not cranking with it. Inhale, grows the spine taller. Exhale, twists a little bit deeper. On an inhale, bring your hands back up overhead. On an exhale, twist over towards the right. Again, you can use the right hand to prop up your spine to maintain proper alignment. And twist. Inhale, grows the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Exhale allows a little bit deeper of a twist. Inhaling, arms up overhead. And exhaling, hands back down to the side. Coming forward into a tabletop position, plant. Hands directly under shoulders. You want them in alignment. This is another place where we can think about alignment. We want elbows under shoulder, or wrists under elbow, under shoulders. And at all times, we want to be able to bend our elbows back towards our body, not out to the side. So my elbows don't bend like this. They bend like this. And then knees are directly under hip. From here, we'll take cat-cow. Inhaling into cow. And exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And finding some organic motion here. Moving side to side. Warming up the spine. You take rolls in one direction and then the other. Maybe move like a snake. Sit backwards and come forward. From wherever you are, coming back into a neutral tabletop position. Plant hands down. Again, here we can almost imagine that we're pulling the hands in to scrunch the mat up. That'll help engage the lats and help distribute the weight throughout the palm. Pulling in a little bit, tuck the toes under. And then exhale, lifting hips up towards the sky, coming back into downward facing dog. You can take a minute to bend one knee and then the other, stretching out the back of the legs for the first time today. And then ground both heels down towards the earth. And from here, inhale the right leg towards the sky. Exhale, bring your right knee towards your nose, knee to nose. Inhale towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale towards the sky. And exhale, step through. Take a breath here. And then on an inhale, come up into crescent lunge. Again, the alignment here, we have feet in separate lanes. Hips are squared towards the front edge of the mat. Hands can be at heart center or overhead. Take a couple breaths here. Check in with your alignment. You should be able to see your front toes. You don't want your knee coming in or out. You want it all in one straight line. And then bring your hands to heart center on an inhale. Exhale. And then on an inhale, step forward into chair pose. Hands at heart center here. You can, if it's comfortable, you can bring your arms up overhead or even have them at airplane arms. So we want the spine to have a natural curve to it, and we don't want the neck crunching up or down. The proper alignment here is imagining that you're holding a piece of fruit under your chin. And it's going to be at heart center or overhead. And then inhaling all the way up, arms overhead. And exhale, swan dive forward into a forward fold. Take a few breaths here. Release down. You can grab both elbows with opposite hands, releasing the spine. Then planting hands down, stepping back with the left foot and then the right foot into a plank position. Lowering all the way down. Keeping hands under shoulders. Inhale into a baby cobra position. Finding a mild back bend here. And we want to use back strength here. You should be able to lift the palms up. Both the palms. And then tuck the toes. And push back into a plank. Your knees can be down or up. And then bow all the way back into downward facing dog. From this downward facing dog, we'll bring the left knee or left foot up towards the sky. On an inhale and exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Lift. And then exhale, step through into crescent lunge on the other side. And then inhaling up. Again, feet in separate lanes. Ankle, knee, and hips all in one line together. My hips are level, squared towards the front. My hands can be at heart center or overhead. Take a couple breaths here. Check in with your alignment. You can look back at your back leg to see if it's in line. Then inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale here. And then inhale, step forward into a chair pose on the other side. Now let's bring arms back into airplane position. And imagine that you're pinching the shoulder blades together. So we're not rounding like this, we're pinching the shoulder blades together and opening the heart up. Take a couple breaths like this. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. A few breaths here. I encourage you to bend the knees generously. The feet are hips width apart. Inhale, halfway lift to a straight spine. Exhale all the way down. Plant the hands. Step the right foot back and then the left into a plank position. Lower yourself down. And finding again a baby cobra pose here for a couple breaths. Maybe pulse a couple times. And then tuck the toes. Coming in back into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, slowly step 1 foot at a time, walking up to meet the hands at the front of the mat. In a forward fold with knees bent generously, reverse swan dive, inhale arms overhead, and exhale bring hands to heart center at mountain pose. So let's find our proper alignment in mountain pose. We have the feet grounded all the way down, the knees with a slight micro bend in them, so I'm not locking the knees out, they're slightly micro bent. My hips are level, I don't have them bending in either direction, my hips are level. And then my spine is naturally stacked all the way up, my gaze is forward. And again, imagine that the crown of the head is lifting here. From here, take an inhale, and on an exhale, step your left foot back into warrior two. In this alignment, we want the front heel aligned with the back arch. So the right heel is aligned with the back left arch. The left toes point out away from your hips. Your hips are squared to the side of the mat. And this knee, the front right knee is bent over the ankles. Hands on heart center, and then inhale into a T position. Gaze can be out over the front right hand. Take a few breaths here. Again, we want the spine level. We're not reaching forward or back. Spine is normal to the earth, pointing straight up. Inhale and then exhale forward. Bring right knee to, or right elbow to right thigh. Into extended side angle, left arm overhead. Take a couple breaths here. Feel your core hold your body. You're not really leaning into this elbow. In fact, you could lift it, and if you want to, lift both arms up overhead to frame your head. Now you really feel that core engage. And then on inhale, come back to neutral, arms to T. And then exhale back into exalted warrior, bringing hands over, your right hand over your head. Left fingertips creeping back down the left leg. Extend the right front knee now. Now we're in a triangle position. Again, keeping a small micro bend in the front right knee. Coming into T, and then exhale, tick-tock forward so that you're in a triangle pose. So your legs are making a triangle. Small micro bend in the front leg. Your gaze can be down at the floor, out front, or towards the ceiling. Remembering to breathe here. Bending the front knee now. Inhaling up into warrior two, and exhale, windmill the hands to frame the front foot. Stepping back into plank pose, and then vinyasa flow of your choice. Exhaling down, you can do baby cobra, you can do locust pose, in airplane arms, lifting the feet. And then exhale back into downward facing dog. Finding a moment of stillness in downward facing dog. And then slowly walk your feet forward to meet your hands at the front of the mat in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat spine. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, arms overhead, and exhale, hands to heart center in mountain pose. Again, finding proper alignment here. Feet hip width apart. Take a couple breaths. Inhale, hands at heart center. And exhale, step the right foot back for warrior two on the other side. The right toes are pointing to the long edge of the mat. The left toes are pointed forward. Again, front left heel to back arch alignment. The left knee is bent generously. But I can still see my front toes, my front big toe. My knee is not bending inward or out. It's all in alignment. Inhale, hands to T. And you can have your gaze out over your front left hand. This is another place where I like to pull my feet into each other as if I'm going to scrunch the mat up. And that helps engage the inner thigh and helps the stretch. Taking a few breaths here. Inhale and then exhale, coming forward. Bring left elbow to left thigh, right arm overhead. Again, core strength is holding us up here. We're not putting a bunch of weight into the left arm. And if you did so on the other side, you can bring the left arm up to frame your head. Really feeling that core engage here. Remembering to breathe. And then inhale, arms to T. Exhaling back into exalted warrior, left arm overhead. Right fingertips draw down the back right leg. Again, I'm not putting a bunch of weight in the right hand. They can float. Using core strength here to hold myself up. Inhale back to center. Straighten the front leg, but keeping a small micro bend in the front left leg. It's not locked out. Inhale here and exhale, tick-tock forward into triangle Trikonasana on the other side. And gaze can be down at the floor, out in front, or up towards the ceiling. And in any of those positions with my neck and head forms a natural extension of my spine. Breathing here. On an inhale, coming back up, hands to T, bend the front knee. Exhale, inhale here. And then exhale, windmill down, bring the hands to frame the front foot. Stepping the left foot back, and vinyasa flow of your choice, lowering down. Back bend of your choice. Maybe even up dog for a second, and then going back into downward facing dog. Take a minute to pedal out the dog, and then find stillness in downward facing dog. Take one more inhale and exhale in a still down dog. And then inhale, bring your right foot towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring knee to nose. Inhale, right foot towards the ceiling. Exhale, right knee towards right elbow or shoulder. Inhale towards ceiling. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale towards the ceiling. And exhale, step through the hands into crescent lunge. And then inhale it all the way up towards the sky. Again, feet are in separate lanes. Both the hips and the feet are facing the short edge of the mat. Inhale and arms overhead. And exhale, cactus squat down. Inhale, grow towards the ceiling. Exhale, cactus squat. Inhale, grows. Exhale, squat. Inhale, grows one last time. Exhale, squat. Inhale, hands up overhead. And then this time we'll exhale, open up into warrior two. And then bring the right toes around now to where both toes are pointing towards the side of the mat. I may be over towards your right side. And then take a forward bend here. Keeping the spine straight. Again, we're not curving over. We have a nice straight spine. Into a standing straddle forward bend. And I like to find a little bit of motion here. You can go left and right, bending one knee and then the other. Exploring this space, find a nice stretch in both the left and the right side. Finally coming back to neutral, taking a couple breaths here in standing straddle forward bend. And then pivoting the right foot to point towards the front of the mat, walking hands around to frame the right foot in a lunge position. And then exhale, step the right foot back into plank position. Vinyasa flow of your choice, lowering down. And meeting back into downward facing dog. Preparing for the other side. Inhale, left foot towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, foot towards the sky. Exhale, left knee, left elbow or shoulder. Inhale towards the sky. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale towards the sky. Exhale, step through into a lunge. Inhale up into crescent lunge. Feet in separate lanes. Hips square towards the front of the mat. And then exhale, cactus arm dip. Inhale, grows towards the sky. Exhale, cactus arm dip. Inhale, grow. Exhale, dip. Inhale, grow. Exhale, last time. Inhale up. And then again, pivot open into warrior two on the other side. And then bring the left toes over. So now we're facing the side of the mat again. Facing the other side of the mat. I'm probably towards your left. And this time we'll bring the heels in, toes point out. Hands to heart center, and we'll squat down into goddess pose. Taking a couple breaths here. Playing around with that squat. We can go from one side to the other. Lift one set of heels, and then the other heel. Maybe lift both heels. Remembering to breathe. See if you can find a sense of ease here. A little sense of playfulness. No need to take anything too seriously. Good. Okay. Pivoting the left toes to point towards the mat. Inhale, arms to T. Exhale, pivot down into a lunge. Step the left foot back and flow. Meeting back in downward facing dog. If you need to take a sip of water, now is a good time to do so. From downward facing dog, walk, step, or hop to meet the hands at the front of the mat in forward fold. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center in mountain pose. The next pose we're going to go into is dancer. It can be a little tricky of a balance, so I encourage you to use a wall or a table to help balance if you need it. We'll start on the right side, so ground the left foot down, bring the right hand out, and slowly bring the right foot up and off the ground and meet your heel with your right foot. So you can grab the inside of the right foot or the outside. I prefer the inside. And then from here, we'll kick into the right foot and we'll also pull into the arm a little bit. That really helps engage the stretch in the quad. It's more of an active move. And then inhaling left arm towards the ceiling, and then slowly folding forward, keeping a small micro bend in the left leg, and then kicking the right foot back into the hand. Again, if we need a wall or a table to help with balance, I encourage you to do so. And keeping the neck a natural extension of the spine, your gaze will track how far you bend forward. Take a couple breaths here, really kicking into that right foot. And then inhale, bring everything back up. Exhale, release. Shaking everything out, doing a couple bear twists. Seeing if you can neutralize everything, preparing for the other side. Grounding now the right foot down. Bring the left arm out towards the side. See if you can lift the foot a couple times. Find that balance. And then bring the left ankle to meet the left hand. Again, I prefer to grab the inside, but it is possible also to grab the outside. Keeping a small micro bend in the front or on the right leg, the right standing leg. Inhale the right arm towards the sky. Pushing, kicking into the left leg and equally pulling with the left arm. And then slowly bending forward. Remembering to breathe here, finding a nice stretch in the left quad. Both stretch and balance here is can be kind of a fun pose. Again, the neck is a natural extension of the spine. Remembering to breathe. Inhale comes back up and exhale to release. Taking a few twists to release everything. Neutralize the spine. Then inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward, plant the hands down. You can walk back or even top back and land lightly. And then go through a vinyasa flow of your choice. Meeting in devotional pose. Now is a good time to take a sip of water. As you're ready, bring the knees in, come to a kneeling position. With the hips aligned directly over knees, we'll come into gate pose. Bringing the right foot out. The alignment here is my left knee is in alignment with my right arch. I could alternatively have the toes pointing towards the ceiling. From here, we'll inhale the arms to T and exhale over the right side. Bring left hand overhead. Find a nice stretch in the left side body. Take a couple breaths here. And inhale, arms to T. And then exhale, planting the left hand down and bring the right foot up to float. Toes pointed straight out, not towards the ceiling, not towards the ground, straight out. Feeling the right hip engage, right arms overhead. This is quarter moon. We'll be going into this from a standing pose into half moon shortly. So feel this alignment here. Feel this quarter moon. This can be kind of intense, so if you need to drop down, that's okay. And then inhaling back to neutral. Exhale, bring the right foot in. Take a couple gentle twists, side to side. Feeling yourself neutralize. Take an inhale here, and then exhale, bring the left foot out to the side. Again, the alignment here is left arch to right knee. My hips are level. Inhale, arms to T, and exhale, bending over the left leg. Right arm overhead. Gaze can be at ceiling out in front or towards the ceiling. Breathing into the right side body stretch. Then inhale, arms to T. Exhale, planting the right palm down, left arm overhead, and then floating the left leg up. Again, toes point straight out, not down, not up, straight out. Feeling the left side hip engage. Imagine doing this while standing fully on the right leg. Envision it now. Take a couple more breaths here. Quarter moon. And then exhale, coming back up to center. Take a breath here and exhale, coming in to kneeling. Take a couple twists. Okay. Planting hands under your shoulders. Tucking toes under heels. Take inhale and exhale back into downward facing dog. Inhale, right heel towards the sky. Exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose again. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale up. And exhale, step through into crescent lunge. Coming up on an inhale. And exhaling open. Now we're in Virabhadrasana 2. Front heel to back arch alignment. Take a couple breaths here. And then extending the front leg long into triangle pose. Take an inhale and exhale, tick-tocking forward. Now, from here, we're going to bend the front knee, coming into side angle. And I want you to imagine what it would be like to float the left leg now. Now, don't actually go for it, but we're going to imagine right now if we're kind of in this position, if the left leg were floating and we're balancing on the right foot. We're going to be going there on the next round, so envision that. What might that feel like? Bending the right knee. Inhale up into Virabhadrasana 2, hands to T. Inhale and exhale, windmill, arms down to frame the foot. Exhale, step back. Vinyasa flow of your choice. Meeting in downward facing dog. Preparing to switch side. Inhale, left heel towards the ceiling. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale towards the sky and exhale, step all the way through into crescent lunge. Take an inhale here. Exhale and then inhale up. And then exhale into warrior 2, opening up into warrior 2, front heel to back arch alignment. Take a couple breaths here. And then extending the front leg long, keeping a small micro bend in the left knee. And then tick-tocking down into triangle pose. Again, here, start to imagine what it would be like if we floated the back leg, floated the right leg. And then finding a bend in the front knee, coming to a side angle, your elbow can rest on your thigh or all the way down. If we just went a little bit further forward, maybe that back right leg is going to float. Taking a few more breaths here. Then inhale, come back up into warrior 2. Exhale, windmill down to frame the front foot. Step back into plank pose and flow of your choice. Meeting in downward facing dog. Okay, now envision yourself going into that pose, floating on the right foot. Inhale, right heel towards the ceiling. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, arms overhead, crescent lunge. Exhale, open into Virabhadrasana 2. Okay, we're going to be going into half moon. So take an inhale here. Exhale back, arm overhead. Inhale, neutral. If you want to watch me first, I encourage you to do so. So we'll exhale back. And then when we launch into crescent or into half moon, we'll launch forward, coming up onto the right foot. You can bring your right hand down to help balance. And then the left leg is lifted, toes pointed up, and then the left arm's towards the ceiling. You see I'm kind of making this T position. Now your gaze can be down at the floor or out to the side. That's a little bit more challenging. So meeting in warrior 2, we'll exhale back into exalted warrior. And then launch forward into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Finding the balance here. You can even try floating your right hand. Finding a unique challenge here. Taking a few breaths here. It's okay if you fall out of the pose. Try to get back into it. And then on an exhale, coming back into exalted warrior, stepping all the way back. Inhale, hands to T. Exhale, windmill down, stepping the right foot back. Vinyasa flow of your choice. Meeting in downward facing dog. Now you know where we're going, so let's envision it for the other side. What's it going to feel like on the other side? Maybe it's going to be different. That's okay. Inhaling the left heel towards the ceiling. Exhale, step through into crescent lunge. Inhaling, arms overhead. Exhale, opening up into warrior 2. Make sure you have front heel to back arch alignment, arms at T. Inhale here. Exhale back into Exalted Warrior. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale back. Envision yourself launching into Crescent Moon, taking a couple breaths here. And on your next exhale, launch into Half Moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Your left foot is grounded, your right leg is lifted. It's parallel with the floor, right arm overhead. Left hand can be down at the floor or a block. Maybe you can float your left hand. Gaze can be at the floor or out towards the side, maybe even towards the ceiling. That's really challenging. Remembering to breathe here so you can find ease in the challenge. And on an exhale, stepping back into Exalted Warrior. Very good. Take a couple breaths here. And then inhale, arms to T. Exhale, windmill, hands down. Stepping back. Flow of your choice. And then from wherever we are, meeting in child's pose. Knees together, ankles together, arms by the side. Taking a few breaths. A few deep breaths. Finding our center again. Take a sip of water if you need it. On an inhale, coming up to a kneeling position. And then exhale, bring feet around out in front. Bringing right foot out to the side, left heel into the inner thigh of the right foot. Chest is squared over the front right foot. We'll start with a nice generous bend in the right knee. With chest squared and spine in a straight, natural line. You're going to inhale and exhale, bend over the extended right foot. And then slowly extending the knee as needed to find the stretch in the right hamstring. I like to imagine that inhales grows my spine longer and then exhale folds just a little bit deeper. Then using your palms to walk yourself back up. On an inhale, switching sides, bring the left foot out, right heel tucks in to the left thigh. Shoulders are squared, facing the front left foot. Starting again with a nice generous bend in the left knee. Spine is straight. Get on an inhale and exhale, slowly fold forward. Extending the left knee as needed to find a stretch in the left hamstring. Using your palms and on an inhale, walking yourself back up to neutral. Bringing both heels in for butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. I like to rock a little bit from side to side at first to find a neutral seated position. Again, inhale, crown of the head lifts. Exhale, slowly bend forward. I like to use my knee or my elbows to kind of push my thighs out a little bit. It helps isolate the stretch in the inner thigh. Spine stays long. Exhale, folds. And then on an inhale, coming up to neutral, bringing the knees in towards each other. From here, we'll find bow pose. So, again, the spine is extended long. We can lift one foot and then the other. One foot and then the other. Maybe we lift both feet. Maybe we shake a little bit. That's okay. Maybe we can let go of the back of the knees. Heart lifts forward. Again, imagine that you're holding a peach under your chin. Breathe in. And then as you're ready, lowering down. Bringing the knees in towards the chest. Rocking from side to side. Forward and back. And then hugging the right knee in towards the chest, extending the left leg long, isolating the stretch in just the right hip and thigh, creating a nice compression on the right side of the body. Inhale deeply here, inhale into the belly. Inhale, bringing the left knee in towards the chest. With both knees in towards the chest, take a couple rolls from side to side, finding a neutral position. And then extending the right foot long, left knee in towards the chest, finding a compression on the left side here, and a stretch in the inner side of the left hip. Inhale deeply into the belly here. And then bring the right knee back in towards the chest, again rolling from side to side. If there's any other motions you would like to take before final Shavasana, I encourage you to go there now. Maybe you want to do happy baby pose, grabbing the ankles. Maybe bridge is in your practice, or shoulder stand. I encourage you to go there before taking one final twist. Your final twist, bring the knees over the hips and then allow them to gently fall towards the right side first. Keep the left shoulder glued down to the mat. Arms can be at cactus or T. Your gaze can be towards the right with the knees towards the ceiling, or even towards the left if that's comfortable with your neck. Taking some deep breaths here. On an inhale with core engaged, bring knees back towards center. And then on an exhale, lowering them over towards the left. Right shoulder stays glued to the mat. Gaze can be towards the left, up towards the ceiling, or over towards the right. Breathing deeply here. core engaged. On an inhale, bringing knees back up towards the center. And then extending the feet long. The feet are long, the hands are by the hips with palms facing towards the ceiling. Coming into Shavasana, final resting pose. Allow your eyes to close. Returning breath to a normal pace. Trying to keep even inhales and exhales. If you prefer to stay in Shavasana, you are welcome to do so. Otherwise, begin wiggling toes, wiggling fingers. Wiggling ankles and wrists, knees and elbows. Bringing the knees in towards the chest and rolling over to one side in a fetal position. Take a few breaths in this neutral position here, and then meet in a seated position. Again, I'll be back here on Wednesday, same time, same place. If you're interested in meditation, tomorrow Andrew will be leading a tension release meditation. The link to that, which will be a Zoom meeting, can be found in the description of this video. I hope to see you there. I will certainly be there. And if you have any questions, comments, or poses you'd like to practice, please leave them in the comments or personally message me, and I'd be happy to incorporate that. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you again soon. Namaste.